This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Although I am a licensed clinician, I'm also just a person. I love to be able to be in my real life and speak from that point. And that's where this podcast is coming from. So enjoy.
Searching for truth, looking for answers. There must be a way to another day.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Convenient Truth.
Hello, I am Joe.
I'm Alyea. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. I'm drained, so my energy is gonna be a little different.
You're drained?
I'm so drained today.
Too much trampoline jumping?
I woke up.
Lodge.
So I did mention that I'm training for this 5K that we're gonna do, right? And so I just discovered indoor running on a treadmill at a gym.
Nice and warm and
Literally
easier.
Just discovered this. I've had this thing with the gym for a long time. I'm not really into the gym. It doesn't do it for me typically. It really hasn't in the past.
Yeah, what is your anti-gym thing?
I don't know. I just don't like the gym prior to, because now things have changed. But prior to my whole life up until today or yesterday, I looked at the gym as this very just I don't know, superficial kind of place. Everyone's just there. And I'm just you know what? It's cool, but I would much rather be out and about doing something outside or something versus in a gym, just in a place.
I mean,
It just doesn't
ideally,
excite me. I would much rather play a sport outside.
Right, but are you going to play a sport every single day and then even in
No,
winter?
this is why I didn't never worked out every day or ever.
Right. But if you were to keep yourself healthy even after this 5K we're running in June, then you're going to want to have a place to go, right?
Well, so the thing is that I've started training, and you know that I started training first outside. So I've been outside running because I was I don't want to go to the gym and be on a treadmill. That's just boring. And so I started training outside, which I got really used to and I really love. But then yesterday it was snowing, and I was it's slippery because it was sticking a little bit, but it was slippery enough, you know? So I was you know what? I guess I'll go do this gym thing and this treadmill thing and go see what it's about. Meanwhile, though, I'm driving to work because I have to run a group on Saturday morning. So I'm driving to work, and as I'm driving to work, I see two guys running in the snow. I've had so much guilt and so much shame that came over me because I've been pushing myself a lot. So for me to not run and then see these two guys running in the snow, I was like, motherfucker. So then I went to the gym for the first time and went on a treadmill for the first time. And I was I'm gonna kill this because I had so much guilt and shame. Now, typically my time training has been a mile. That's what I've hit. Okay. And then I was gonna slowly increase to a mile and a half and just do a slow thing. But yesterday on that treadmill with the music playing and my guilt and shame just motivating me to just go harder, I went for 2.20 miles.
Right.
Which is really amazing for someone who doesn't run, doesn't like to work out, has used to not like to run, has used to not like to work out. And in all honesty, was made fun of running in sports because they never let me run. They would
Also,
have to put in bench runners.
That's not technically really probably the real equivalent to running a 5K though. Or I mean 2 miles outside. You know, they're not, you know that, right?
No,
2
why?
miles on the treadmill is different than 2 miles outside.
Why?
Because of the terrain. It's just harder to run because you got ups and downs, different. I mean, if you're running on the street, I guess it's pretty normal, but
I mean,
If you're running on a trail, it's a little bit different because
no, but 2 miles is 2 miles. It would just be more difficult, is what you're saying.
yeah,
Like not as smooth as what you're running on a treadmill, just staying
right.
like
There
this the
is
whole
no
time,
straight
unless you're
right,
doing an incline. But I am
Right.
doing inclines.
right. No, I mean it's like, oh, you incline the
Mhm.
treadmill to. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's just not exactly
Yeah. But
the
again,
same.
I started training outside and I will continue to run outside.
Well, that's probably why you were able to do so. Outside, you're doing like a mile, but on the treadmill,
I
you can do
crushed
2
it.
miles.
I was like, this is the easiest
Yeah.
thing. Put on my music in the background. I was done.
So
But
did you? Sorry, go ahead.
no, but what I realized, so all of these machines have like TV screens on
Oh
them.
my
It's like
God, I
everyone's a
cannot
fucking
watch it when I'm on
zombie.
that.
Like
Yeah.
now, not only are we zombies just in life in general, but now you want to go to the gym, now be a zombie and work out. It's
Right.
like wild, right? So I have my music on and I'm like, it's like TBS is on. I don't
Well,
even
you
know,
could
I
shut
don't
it
even
off,
know
you know.
channels anymore, you know? But wait a minute. What I noticed though, because today when I went to the gym, the one that I picked, I guess the TV wasn't working. So I had my music on and I kept going. And then I'm just like, what do I stare at? Because I have to like be in a zone. I have to like stare at something in order to just like focus. And I was like, I have nothing to stare. I guess I could stare at the smoothie shop or I can stare, but no, that's where. And then I was like, where do I stare? So what I realized was when I was running on the fucking on the, what's it called? Treadmill yesterday, the fact that the TV was on, I wasn't watching it because there was no sound. It was just there, but it was a distraction for me. So I was just looking at it, zoning in on that while listening to my music. And then I was like, phew,
So you didn't
crushing
run? How many miles did you run today?
2 miles and then cool down for like,
Oh, so you did the
10.
same as yesterday.
Yeah, but I can still feel a different. Like I felt a difference, and I was like, I need this TV to be on. So then I went to put it on.
But then you're getting brainwashed while you're running.
I went to put it on. Yeah, but there's not. I mean, well, it's just the screen. I'm not getting any. I'm not listening to it. I'm listening to my music.
What was on the screen today or yesterday?
There wasn't anything on that. I don't know. Some movie. The only thing I noticed is that the girl in the movie was an actress on General Hospital. That's literally the only thing I noticed. And that was it. And it was on TBS.
Yeah, my training is like going real slow. I don't even do the outdoor running yet. I haven't even dabbled in that shit yet. And I've been doing like a mile in about 13 minutes, which is pretty decent. What's your mile?
Oh my God, that's really good.
How long does it take you to run a mile?
Listen, I'm a slow jogger, you know. I just like to go. I'm not, you know, I know what I'm capable of doing. I'm working up to getting faster. I feel it. So, you know, I do 2 miles on the treadmill in like 38 minutes.
God damn.
Yeah.
So you're like 17 minutes a mile.
I just go real, just nice and cash,
Hmm.
you know. But again, for me to start at that level just makes sense. But I increase the speed as I go along. So once I pass a mile, then I increase the speed.
Oh.
So I want to get to speed 4.0, whatever that is.
That's where you're at.
I'm at speed 3.7, 3.6, and then I increase.
Well, that's miles per hour.
So I'm doing 3.8, 3.6 miles per hour.
Right.
I don't even know what that means, but those are the. I don't know. I thought that was the speed.
No.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, that is the speed. It's miles per hour. It's 3.
Oh,
whatever.
that's okay.
So you're running 3 miles an hour.
Yeah, I like it.
I do the like I'll start off at like 3, just like a quick walk, and then I'll do like a quarter mile at like 6 or 7, like running, and then I bring it back, and then
But
do
I
that
think
like
maybe
2
this
times.
is why you don't like it. It's like I feel like you're throwing yourself too hard into running when you don't run like at all. Like working out just at the gym and doing weights, all the stuff that you do, like it's different from like running, you know, like
Oh,
what,
yes.
right?
It's
So I
the
feel like
stamina.
although you work out, to throw yourself into running and start at level 6 or whatever, you should be starting like low. Like I'm not going to set myself up for failure, you know? Like I'm going to make sure that I'm slowly kind of going, I'm building up, and then I can do it.
Dude, me walking on that fucking thing at 3 miles an hour.
You could jog it. at 3.8, you can jog. That's a jog.
Whatever. That is like torture to me. Like, because I know that I could just go faster and get the mile
That's
over.
because
with.
your brain goes too fast.
Yeah, I can't. That's torture.
That's because your brain goes too fast.
Like,
Actually,
why am
the
I doing this
perfect
so
thing
fucking
for you
slow?
to do would be to actually jog and go slow so that you can slow your mind down and just kind of be at that level for a little bit. Like that level, once it's slow, I'm just like, what the? How the? Oh, we got distractions everywhere.
Dog.
It's like, guys.
It is what it is. Dude.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Here it is.
god. Anyway.
So let him down here.
Now we got a dog down here. You better not embarrass us and just stay there and just be a good boy. He's got something in his fucking mouth.
Okay.
So
Anyways.
so it's a good way to kind of slowly start, basically. But now I love running, and I do believe that I'm gonna be a runner.
Well, that's great. Like I saw that years ago, and I was hoping. I'm glad this day has arrived, because you just needed something to funnel your that you have this like
I have
somewhat
addictive characteristics. Absolutely.
Yeah, addictive characteristics. Exactly.
I have addictive traits. I could literally throw myself into something and go hard. This is why, again, I most likely was a drug addict in another life. I've already talked about this. It's just the reality of just who I am. It happens in some life.
So this is the new healthy addiction, which is great.
Yeah, and I highly enjoy it. I love it.
What about the like you were like lifting weights too the other
I did that today too. I was doing it today too with the guys.
You liked it?
With the guys at the gym. I was looking at myself in the mirror.
Well, that's some stuff.
I was looking at my mom arms. I was like, yeah, these mom arms are like. Then with my tattoos, I was like, oh.
Well, that's something. If you're going to keep doing that, we should talk about that, because you don't want to keep doing the same workouts every day, because then you're going to not tear. You're just going to like wear down your muscles, and you're not going to rebuild. They're just going to keep getting ripped.
I'm trying to steal things that I got from when I did the boot camp thing, so I'm stealing some of those, but I don't remember many.
Yeah, you definitely want to do like different exercises, and maybe like figure out if you're going to do that every day after you run every day, or
my arms.
Oh, just like
if I run outside, no, because I'm outside. Okay. But if I go to the gym, then yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you got to start working out other muscles, like your legs,
I work out my
back,
legs when I run.
Your shoulders.
My legs are sore as hell right now. Are you kidding me?
Right, but it's like certain muscles when you're running, but then you want to work out other muscles too.
I feel like they've worked out all my muscles. My whole thigh is sore.
Okay. Listen. I don't know if you're getting defensive right now or what.
I'm not, but what I am going to do, I told you I had a routine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the treadmill. Like, I know how I work, okay? And I know that in order for me to get XYZ done, I have to work at this Alyea-based strategic kind of thing that I set up in my mind that makes me feel like I'm able to do it. It's like a whole thing, So in my mind, I'm starting with the treadmill, then the arms. Then I'm going to throw that little butt one in, like the Stairmaster. No, the Stairmaster to really get the butt going a little bit more, right? And then that's going to be my routine for a minute until I master that routine. Then I'm going to go to the next routine. I slowly like to dabble.
All right. Do what you got to do.
There's some things you can dive in, but some things you got to dabble.
Well, you're also not one to be like, oh, that person has been doing exactly what I want to do for the past 30 years. Let me go talk to them about like giving me some ideas on what to do, right? You're like, I don't know anything about that, so I'm just going to like figure it all out on my own.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And then I have to just watch that, where I'm like, there's so many times where like there's things that I've been doing forever that I could just be like, hey, like, maybe have you thought about this? Why don't you like set it up like this or whatever? And you're just like, I'll do whatever I want to do. And then I watch the fucking show for a fucking 6 months. And then eventually you figure out whatever, and then you come back and you're like, hey, so how do you do that thing? I'm like, oh, I would have told you 6 months ago, but you wanted to go through the Alyea show, so
But you're acting as though but you're like, what are you talking about? Because my training routine right now, I feel like is like perfectly.
no, it
I'm
is. You're
actually training. You guys, like, what the fuck are you doing? I
training
mean,
for the
Jesus
marathon.
Christ! Like, I'm actually training for a marathon. Like,
Well, I mean, think about it though. Like, not to like fucking shit on you or anything, but you haven't done any kind of exercise
I know
pretty much ever.
So the
So,
fact
like,
that
you're
I've gotten up to 2 miles
Right.
is like amazing.
Right. But there are other people around you that
Why would I talk to you about running? You don't fucking run.
I'm not saying talk to me about running, but if you're going to start working out, that might be something.
Yes, because I'm slowly doing my arms. I have my thing that I got from my boot camp classes. And I remember doing it. There's different ones, and that's what I'll be doing until I no longer know what else to do, and then I'll bring it to you. But right now I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, we run at just different paces, I'm a little slower.
It is.
You're too fast. You need to bring yourself to maybe to like a 5.
But why?
Well, just you can't be. You're at 10 all the time. It's too much.
For you. Too much for you, yes.
It's
your
too much.
Your
It's
slowness
actually-
is too much for me.
It's actually too much for you because if you're functioning at a level 10, let's say, all the time, then that means that all the time you're going 200 miles per hour in a 20 mile per hour zone, which actually means that your brain and your body is exerting so much energy that contributes to your anxiety, and then you pass out on the fucking toilet.
I mean, but who's creating this 2 mile an hour zone? That's what I'm asking. Like, who invented that zone? Everybody's
what's
working
funny
at their
is
own
I've
zone.
I've never heard anyone ask that question. This is why you'd be such a pain in the ass patient. I've never heard out of everyone who I've used that analogy. I can't tell you how many times. With thousands of people I've said this to. Thousands. Your brain's functioning like 40 miles per hour, like a 20 mile per hour zone, blah, 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 blah. But thousands of people. And not one person has ever said, well, who made up
Who made up that zone?
Who made up the
I make up my own zone.
That's so funny. That just goes to show you what kind of like thinker you are, what kind of person you are.
Yeah. Your zone is 20 miles an hour and mine is like 70.
Right. But you do also, though, like know scientifically speaking that when someone is functioning at that high intensity all the time, it can actually contribute and actually make anxiety more intense, also contribute to medical conditions, heart conditions, diabetes, high blood, like all that stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I'm like, I've seen people that are just like, oh, and they're not even paying attention to anything that they're doing. Those people, I think, are like, they're like 100 miles an hour in the wrong zone or whatever. Like, I choose things that I'm like, okay, this thing I've been doing for a long time, let's just take like working out or being like physically active. I've been doing that since I was like 14, right? So like at this point, me in my mind at least, and maybe it's a little bit pushing myself a little bit, but I'm not like killing myself to just like jump on a treadmill and run at 6 miles an hour. Like,
Cash. Sorry.
yes, it's something that like I haven't done.
I don't trust this fucking puppy. I love him to death, but I don't trust him when he's on his own.
But also, it's not. Let me pull that back. It's not something that I haven't done because I used to run. I mean, I didn't used to run. Can you just leave him alone and can we keep doing this podcast?
He'll eat something or do something. He shouldn't
Well,
even be down
go
here.
get rid of him then. Go get rid of him.
I'm gonna get rid of him. I'll go get rid of him. Cash, come on. You shouldn't be down here. Come on.
Anyways, so I can't even talk about this without her being here. So, because really, I'm just talking to myself. But anyways, I just do different. I've been doing these things for a while, so I feel like I feel comfortable pushing myself a little bit when it comes to physical activity. Did you hear what I said?
No. Why would I hear what you said? I wasn't even here. That's why I left.
I said I've been doing physical activity things forever, right? So like
you keep saying this, yeah.
For me, it's a little easier to just like throw myself in and push myself a little harder with an activity that I haven't really done in a while, and just like go hard there, as push myself as far as I can go, you know?
I mean, I guess.
So my way of doing it is like, I'm just like, all right, I'll run fast, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll run fast, and then I'll take a break, and then eventually I'll be able to run that whole mile at six or 7 miles an hour the whole time.
See, so you're looking at this more. Oh, so we're both competitive. I get that, right? But you're seeing this more as like, I just want to get the job done and I want to be competitive about it. And so I'm going to do X, Y, Z and throw myself into it and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm looking at it as
A lifestyle.
this is going to really be
Yeah.
something so good for me. I actually enjoy running. I think running is such a great thing to do. Like it's actually relaxing. I'm talking to myself. I'm like, girl, go. And so, well, sometimes I'm like, bitch, keep going. You know, sometimes I get really, I'm like, come on, because I want to stop. I'll envision myself stop. Like I'll see myself stopping, you know, and then I'm like, keep going, you know.
Mm.
And I told you, for me, it's about my dad, I think, as well, because I have a connect. He's a runner. My dad's a runner, and I figured that this is a really great way to, like, I don't know, stay connected.
Get your father's approval.
Oh my God, I can't believe you embarrassed me on live services. Oh my God. Joe, I'm slowly overcoming that. Goodness gracious. What I was saying was that it's something to connect me to him for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
When he's passed and I'm running and jogging.
No, I think
I'm like, oh, Dad.
No, actually, I'm super proud of you, and I think that this is great because you need something that is like a part of your lifestyle, like something to get up and get going every day to do. You know, I mean, we have like work stuff that you're passionate about, but then like this is all personal things that are keeping you healthy and active and getting the blood flowing, and like it's going to help you later on in life, especially if you're like going to continue.
Well, I think what's cool too is that these like belief systems that we tell ourselves based on, let's say, things that have happened to you in life. So like, again, like my dad had me running like these little kid marathon things, you know, like races, right? Like when we were younger. So we were part of like the New York City Road Runners Club, you know, and they had like a kids section. And so he had me in that. And I know he wanted us to run. Like he wanted my nieces to run, like you know, and none of us run, you know, he's the only one.
Do you think it's because he pushed it too hard, or?
I don't know if he pushed it too hard. I just know that it was definitely something that he would have loved to do with us, right?
Yeah.
And none of us became runners. Then I started playing sports. I played softball, field hockey. I was goalie, so I didn't have to run, you know. Thank God I was good at being the goalie. Softball, I ran only to first base, and then they had someone replace me, you know. So it's like then I was called grandma, you know, throughout my high school softball career, right? Like, so all these things that happened to me basically installed in my mind that I'm not good at running. So then I just basically was like, fuck running, because I'm just not good at it, right?
And you don't have to. You figure out a way to.
Right. Like I don't have to go right. But what's happening now is as I'm running and I'm pushing myself the hardest I've ever really had when it comes to something like this physically, is that the thoughts that are in my synapses, all those irrational thoughts, all those belief systems are like restructuring. So as I'm running, I'm telling myself like, oh my God, Alyea, this is like good. Like, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God. And I'm smiling as I'm running because I'm like, oh, this is all right. So now I'm like, you know what? Like, do I suck at running? No, I just never ran. I just never really put time, you know, and now I'm like, okay, cool. Like I can actually run. Like this is cool. So that's what's also a big thing that's happening to me too, is that I'm breaking down a lot of belief systems that were either installed or that I took on as real, you know. And now at 43, I'm like breaking them down, which is really cool.
And then also what you're discovering too is that it's all just a mind game, really, right? Because once you get past a certain point, like you're not even tired anymore. You're not
like anything else. Pain. And we underestimate that so much. It's like, but that is true. I've done cold plunge, right? For like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're
I've
good at that
done,
too.
I have lots of tattoos, right? Which is also painful. And in each two of those situations, I will tell people it sucks in the beginning, but then your body just kind of gets used to it and you kind
Mm,
of just get numb. And then you just kind of like are in, I guess, like survival mode and you just don't really, it doesn't feel as intense anymore. And then you can just keep going, right? The same thing with running. Like I told you the other day that I actually get faster as I've been running for longer,
mm.
because I'm like, my legs are kind of sore at this point. Like I feel like everything's sore and I feel it and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna, keep like it's not as bad as it did when I first like started running and I'm
Mm.
like, you know,
What about like the tiredness though? Like the breathing, it's like it just like
well,
evens out.
I think if you know how to breathe, then I think that's also a plus. I think thank God I know how to breathe
Mm,
and I've taken the techniques from like yoga
mm,
and apply them when I'm running and it actually helps me tremendously.
mm. Yeah, so I mean, this can be applied to anything. Everything is just a mind game, really. It's like it's all stories that you tell yourself or other people have injected into your brain that you can or you cannot do certain things,
Mhm.
and then you just believe that. But it's all bullshit.
It is. I mean, I will say, like, I do think that some stories, some narratives, some belief systems may be more intense than others,
Of course,
and
depending on how it
right,
got injected in.
right. And due to that, it's not so easy as just like logically it is like, okay, just change your mindset, bam, but emotionally it's not.
Yeah, there's
So I
like
just want to be clear.
so many like just connections, right? That like you have to break through to like really understand
Well,
where these things stem from.
there's
And
different parts of the brain that we function from. So again, if when people are behaving in, I don't know, just unhealthy ways, erratic, but whatever you want to call it, um chances are, right, it's because there's something going on underneath. There's some belief system, something in their mind, right, that they haven't really been able to figure out yet. But like those could be like very heavily embedded. Now, logically, if I spoke to one of those people, right, and I was like, well, I mean, like, okay, your mom left or your dad left, or this happened when you were like 10, right? Like, or 5 or whatever it is. Like, logically,
mm,
do I think that your parent was like a complete and utter, piece of shit, like socio? No, I don't think they were. I think that some shit went down that then caused them to basically think and believe what they think and believe. That then is a trickle effect. And it just so happens, unfortunately, that you
mm,
were part of that, Um, but again, logically, we can go, yeah, no, I mean, like, that's not like definitely did their best and they blah, 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 right? But emotionally is something different. This goes back to why my child self had to be the one to tell my adult self
mm,
that mom loved us always, because that's the emotional part of the brain.
mm. Now, also, I mean, people can come to these realizations in a plethora of different ways, right? Like through talk therapy, through psychedelic stuff, through experiences in life, through conversation, whatever, right? Um, so
I
it's
mean, depending. I don't think they can always do that on their like.
yeah, I mean, obviously depending. I'm just saying like there's not just one way to be like, okay, this person had these traumas as a kid and
Or these messages on whatever it is,
or
yeah.
whatever it is, and the only way that they're going to figure this out is if they go to talk therapy, right? That's not like
No, right. Well, no,
a fact, right?
there's never one thing for everybody,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it's interesting because people will go down their different paths, but we're all just trying to like understand ourselves, really, right? Would you agree that like the more someone deeply understands themselves, understands their triggers, understands why they believe certain things and wherever and where it comes from, or how it, how it got put into their brain and whether they believe it or not, like the better off they're going to be for themselves, for their families, for society, right? It's like the more you can understand yourself just in general,
Well, that's
right?
given.
Yeah, but it's given for you because you're a therapist, I think, because that's all you're trying to do for people, right?
No,
But
but
for in general, like the general population of people,
I actually
like,
think I don't know. I think that I give people more credit, and I think I do because of the amount of people that I see and speak to and learn from on a daily basis. So for me, when I take all the people that I've ever worked with, literally from 2006 until now, and I remember like the majority of them, which is wild, right? Um, like now, were there many of them that had like limited insight, limited awareness into like the deeper things? Yeah, sure. But the high majority of one, minus like one could really stands out, but minus like a limited few,
mm.
actually knew that what the fuck was going on in their life was like not okay,
Well, that's
that
interesting,
they
right? Like,
actually like needed to do something and that it wasn't really like feasible to keep going on like this, but it was a matter of implementation and doing it.
right.
And that's where making the connections and going deeper comes from, because you can't change something that comes from all the way down here, and if you can't fix all the way down here, that right. So basically, so that's why I think for me, I look at the majority of people based on who I've worked with as like people like are pretty
That is a good
aware
point, because I think you're right.
to a certain degree.
People can a lot of people, you can have conversations with them. They'll kind of tell you, oh, this is kind of, I went through this bad situation and bad relationship, whatever, and now I kind of feel like this, and this is what I think. But like, I think a lot of people don't try to, like, they're just like, that's it. That's how it is. This is it. Like, I did this. This happened to me, or happened because of a situation I was in, and this is how I think, and that's it. But they would have to go to someone like you, or go through some sort of other experience, to realize that it doesn't have to be the way that it's always been. Like,
Right.
you can choose to start shifting things and thinking, and it's all about your thoughts. And then getting back to, like,
Mhm.
the running and whatever, like, it's all a mental game. Everything is a mental game. The whole, just life in general, is almost just like a mental game.
The whole
and
thing,
and
actually.
some people have had that. I feel like when people say, oh, they got dealt bad cards, the cards that have been dealt are basically your relationships in life, and parents, and the parents that you were brought into this, that brought you into this world. It's like, have they thought about their stuff, and have they worked through their things? Then, and if they haven't, then those are your cards, and it's your duty to go out into the world and understand those things, and then change the trajectory of that energy, if needed, if it's like not healthy things that have been happening throughout your parents' generation or the generation before that. um I see a lot of this, like it's like I see it in real time with like you and your mom, and a lot of stuff in your family. I don't know if it's because of like the conversations that we have with them and whatever, and it just like gets people to think differently, and then we just like live this life. So people, it's like, I don't know, maybe motivating or inspiring to like shift. It's all about small shifts over time, right? Or you can take really big shifts, I guess. But um it's just really, what I'm trying to get at is, it's just like watching everybody is just very interesting, and meeting new people. And then it's really just like, logically, like you said, I just wish everybody could logically see everything, and then be like, oh shit, I don't want that in my life. Here's what you have to do now. If you don't want that, do X, Y, Z. Think this way. Da, da, da. And then there's the game plan. And then you just do that, because XYZ is going to make,
Yeah,
you're going to get all the
but that's
things that
all
you want in
logical.
life.
You're not
Yeah, I
connecting the
know. I know.
emotional part.
I understand that. So, and then for me, I'm like, did I just lose the emotional part, or am I able to just disconnect from it, and just say, okay, I'm not going to like this. This is not like something I'm used to doing, but I'm like, fuck it, because I know, because I've been through it so many times already with different aspects of my life, that this thing that I hate doing is going to lead me to that thing that I want in my life, right? So I'm able to like just detach any kind of like, oh, that sucks, or like,
But that's
oh, I
not
did.
good. Like
Is it?
meaning that's not healthy. Like
It's not.
what you're explaining right now is not what any therapist would say to anyone trying to actually
No.
get.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to explain what goes on in my head sometimes for myself. I understand that like a lot of people don't think this way and
No, no,
are
no, no,
able
no, 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 no,
to.
no. I think a lot of people do think that
You
way.
think so?
But if you tell a therapist that, we're like, okay,
Mhm.
great. But if you're living in the reasonable, logical part of the brain, right, you're also then missing two other states of mind that are very essential to also live from. One is the emotional state of mind,
Mhm.
and the other is the intuitive, wise mind. So, when you're too much in one, it really limits you in life from many things because you need all three. And there needs to be a balance of all three.
Emotional,
Wi-
logical, and
Wise in your intuition.
intuition. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't know. There's something in me that I believe that, listen, although emotion is important just because to in relationships and expressing and understanding everybody, because people think differently, right? So like if I want to relate to you and like have a relationship with you, then I have to understand all of the way that you think and your emotional needs and whatever, right? So I logically understand that, and then I do what needs to be done for that emotional connection, right? But for myself, I'm I think I'm just able to like, all right, I don't like this part of my life about what I'm doing and how I've been doing things. So today marks the day I'm going to like every day start doing something different. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be like, oh, like a couple days into it, be like, get setbacks and do what I was doing, because that's just part of the whole process, right?
What this sounds like to me is it sounds like you can be there for someone else emotionally, but you struggle to be there for yourself emotionally, is what it's sounding like to me.
Um,
Because what you're saying is that on an emotional level, you can provide other people what they may need emotionally.
hmm.
But for yourself, you're just like, all right, let's get the job. You just function solely from logical.
Interesting. So explain though, like like an example of not being there for yourself emotionally.
Okay. So, like, your anxiety when you're in like work mode and like all this stuff's piling up and stuff like that,
Hmm.
like you just like all you're doing is constantly thinking, what's next? What do I have to do? Right? That's all you do. And then it just makes the anxiety higher and higher and more intense and more
Well,
intense and more
okay.
intense and higher and more intense, right? It's not until I actually, which this takes me a lot to do because I'm also not the most like touchy feely kind of person.
Right.
But it takes me to have to like look you in the eyes, grab your face gently, tell you it's gonna be okay. And then you have like a little boy face on, and then you look all sad and all like wounded, and then we cry.
But you know what? I hear you on that, and I think like, see that for me, I'm looking at this as okay. That's how it has been, right?
Hmm.
But over the past, I'd say 3 months or so, since I actually tried to be there for myself, meaning like if I'm stressed out, I know I have things I need to do now. It's either I got to be creative, or I have to go like do a serious workout, or sit in the sauna, or go do a cold plunge, or meditate. Like I have all these new things. A lot of them are all things that I've always done, but now I specifically do those things when I'm feeling overwhelmed or lots of anxiety, it's like, okay, this is the time where I have to go meditate, not like,
Right.
you know,
But you also want to make sure that you're not using those coping skills as just another way to avoid and distract. So basically, which happens to the majority of people, to be quite honest. I think that many people use coping skills in not the healthiest way because they don't know. So you feel a feeling, you feel anxiety, you feel angry, you feel something like that, and then you're like, oh, okay, let me go to the gym, or like, let me go draw, or let me go do this, which is great. Those are healthy techniques. I'm not saying that they're not. But what people usually don't do is they usually don't go back to whatever it is or was that was like the stressor for them or the thing that triggered the emotion or whatever.
to recognize
They don't
what the
go
trigger
back
was.
to it afterwards. They just, let's say, go to the gym, they feel better, moving on,
Mm.
right? I, baked a cake, distracted myself, moving on. I went for a walk, moving on,
Mm.
but then they never go back to that compartment that set the whole thing off to begin with.
My particular thing is the thing that sets me off is just being like doing more than what actually needs to be done. Like that's where I have to catch myself with this freaking 70-mile-an-hour thing, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes I'll be like so ahead of like the checklist or whatever that now I'm like looking for problems and other things, and then I start finding, what are you even doing over here?
No! I didn't know that I grabbed that.
Oh my
I thought
god.
I grabbed this stupid thing.
Well, listen, speaking of distractions, that you were only doing that because you're sick of hearing me right now.
Yes, actually, I think maybe that is why.
Well, that's what you get.
Oh, man, that's a
That's what you get.
bracelet that my daughter made me. It says Mama. I've been wearing it forever.
Well, you got all the pieces here. You just like gotta pick them up and make a new one.
Oh, what a bummer. All right.
Well, anyways, that's what you get. Oh, you want to be done with the podcast now? Okay, we're done.
No, I don't want to be done with the podcast. This goes back to no, I hear what you're saying. I think I just have to like really get used to like how you speak.
I speak think. A lot of people don't like it.
Oh, it's just so draggy to me.
Is it?
To me it is, but to other people it may be great.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like I feel like this is like good conversation. But to you, it's like, oh, I just like talked about this 80 times this week with like a million different patients.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like I'm trying to get somewhere where I'm like, is like, where are people trying to get? Like, what is in your mind when somebody is dealing whatever anxiety, whatever it is? What's the ultimate thing? It's like you want to understand yourself as the deep as possible, and like even family history, right? What they've been through, all these. There's so many different layers, right? And then what? Then say you actually do understand it and you do have compassion for your parents and what they went through and the things that they put on you unwillingly, unknowingly, and then you forgive them for it. And then you say, okay, I'm okay with that. And then I'm an adult, I move on. This is the energy that I want to have moving forward. I'm going to take this part from my parents and this part, and I'm going to leave this part and that part that I don't need anymore. And then you get to a point where you're just like, okay, so now I'm having struggles and stresses because I'm pushing myself to achieve whatever the fuck I want in my life. And then I say, okay, that's a little bit too much. And you go through these different experiences and then you say, all right, maybe I don't have to go that crazy sometimes, and I just have to maybe not do anything sometimes. That's really what I've discovered about myself in particular. I can't speak for anybody else, but at this point in my life, I cause all of my own shit. Nobody's doing anything. No scenario is triggering me or whatever.
Yeah.
It's literally like I'm go, 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 go. And then I get to a point where I'm like creating my own problems because I'm trying to like figure things out that don't need to be figured out. So then
you're
I just
always going to be. Let's just be clear here. People will always be triggered with something because we can never let go or erase memories or anything like that. So that stuff will be there.
Mm.
What you do with the trigger, obviously, is a different thing. How you react to it is a different thing. So, right, like, do you, let's say, are you aware of certain things that may trigger you, but when it does happen, you're able to be like, okay, this is an experience, and this is that, and that's what this created, and now it's like no longer happening. You know, that was the past or whatever, and move forward, right? Which is essentially where people want to get to,
Yeah.
rather than be triggered by something, because again, we will all always be triggered by something, and then still have that like reaction, right?
Yeah, it's like, but you could change the reaction too, right?
Oh, well, the reaction can absolutely change. The feeling can change about it. The thought process changes about it, all those things. However, again, depending on what we're working with here, I think some things are easier to do that with than others on your own.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess we all just have problems, but I mean,
Everybody has problems.
I mean, at this point in my life, I feel I'm feeling pretty good. I mean,
I mean,
the
you
only
still have problems.
yeah, and really, it's my daughter who teaches me for the most part. Like that's where all my triggers come from, really.
Yeah, that's where all your problems come out.
Yeah.
But again, you need to take a look at that. And it's like, what about it is triggering you?
What about it is triggering me? Wait, like where it stems from?
Yeah, like what about it is getting you going? Also, by the way, let's rewind for a second. The fact that you have an easy time connecting emotionally to other people, but maybe less doing that for yourself, can also be a product of your mom.
How so?
Your mom's like, I love her, I do, but like, I think culturally speaking,
Yeah.
yeah, the emotional piece is like where is that?
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
based on how you told me she was raised and her like
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
total sense to me.
Yeah. So maybe it's like maybe I just maybe I need to more just do nothing and just
Be.
love people and be happy and
Or just
chill.
like be with your emotions for a while, But like you can be with them and not allow them to get you so.
Yeah.
That's what you have to learn how to do. What you're doing is that you're not catching the anxiety before, let's say, it gets to this like out of control place that now you have to do X, Y, Z and all these things.
Well, I think I'm catching it a lot earlier now than I
Yes.
used to.
Yes.
It's like getting better and better. Yeah. Yep.
Also, we didn't have time to talk about the wildfires, but I really wanted to get into that because I'm like heavily connected with these wildfires.
All right. So you do want to talk about them or you don't?
We don't have time. I have things to do, other things. It was a full day today. I trained, went to the gym, came back. All of our daughter's friends are sick. We had nowhere to go.
Everybody's sick.
Everyone was sick.
Because we had a plan. It was supposed to just like
we had a whole plan.
Kids were supposed to play today.
It started with one set of friends, and then someone was sick. And then it went from that to, all right, now we have to like go through like because we promised her, she was all excited. So we're like, fuck, all right, we have to make this happen. Then it was like, okay, next best friend.
Sick.
Woke up sick, throwing up. Next best friend. Sick. Next best, swear to God, like they're all sick. And then it was like you and I looked at each other and we were like, so I guess
we're her friends.
We just gotta like we gotta figure it out. We gotta create something.
So we went to the trampoline place.
One place that she always wants to go.
We were there for the majority of the day though. It was cool. Like we did bowling and stuff.
Yeah. Actually, I had a blast, I will say.
Yeah. It was a good workout, good family time.
It was good family time.
Yeah. So that was okay.
Yeah. I'll get into the wildfires again.
Oh, next time, just like you're gonna get into the freaking Cybertruck bomber next time.
That was your topic.
Hey,
that
you said
that was not my responsibility
you didn't want
to bring up.
You didn't want to get into it because you didn't have all the information really either. And you said, "Oh, next time we will." That was supposed to be this time. So then next time we were supposed to talk about the fires, but nobody's going to care about fires next week.
You still could have brought up the Cybertruck. You have a whole thing on it. You could easily went there. Don't wait for me.
I mean,
don't let
I'm okay.
me lead this.
listen, I bring it up when it's happening. You want to think about it and whatever, and then talk about the fires next week. Shit's happening right now.
And it's unfortunately, it's like continuing to happen.
Right. Hopefully by next week, the fires will be put out and you won't even be talking about it. Nobody will be
Yes, we
talking about it.
will, because the place is literally like so many people have. Yes, we will still be talking about it. It's devastating.
Okay. See what else happens this week
Jeez,
that is
Mr.
more important than that.
emotionally cold. My goodness.
See, because this is where I think I kind of relate to Trump a little bit. Like he just like says what it is.
There we go.
He just says it. It's like these things are facts.
Now you've really, really fucked up. I'm not a Trump supporter episode. That's what you've done. Everyone's
I'm
gonna be
saying
like,
that
dude, what did he say? He relates to Trump. He's a Trump lover.
So, well, like maybe there were some things that he was right about. He probably shouldn't have told everybody, "Hey, I was right about that."
Yeah, he
but
does
like
that. That's unfortunate.
But it is true, probably.
You know what I do want to know, actually? Side note, I really want to know what Trump was saying to Obama.
Oh my
at
God,
Jimmy
did you
Carter's
see they have a
funeral.
thing? They have a thing out that where I don't
Does
know if
someone
it's
make it
real.
up? Yes,
I
it's
don't
not
know,
real.
but oh my God, I'm never gonna find it.
Because Obama was cracking up, and in my mind, I'm like, this is either two things here. Either Trump said something really fucking funny, which you guys, I don't care what you said, love him or hate this guy. Okay, he has said some off the wall fucking banana funny shit. On the other side, or he said something that was totally off the wall, and Obama was just laughing because that's what we do when someone says something really off the wall. We're just like, oh, here we are.
There's one that they fill in the words. Hold on, I gotta find which one it is.
No, but then they're like really talking.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like
look,
really
they're
in
really-
it. They're like.
No, this
No,
is
that's
see that was
fake.
bullshit. They're like
That's
hugging
fake.
and shit.
Okay.
There was one where they were like hugging and shit.
It's so crazy though that the internet can change these things and make them into like.
Where the fuck is the one?
But they were talking back and forth. I know
No, they definitely were talking.
They were talking. Obama was cracking up.
But yeah, somebody made one where they supposedly
they just like
read their mouths and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's
read their lips
so
and
funny.
Oh, this is it right here. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta put it up on the screen. Hold on. Here we go. Oh my God, it's so tiny.
Oh.
So weird. Let's see if I can get it bigger. Okay.
Well, that's about it.
Yeah, we got it bigger here. There we go. Okay.
Well, Mr. President.
For a second time.
The second time.
Barack, very nice to see you.
Congratulations. How you doing?
I'm a lot better, Dad.
Yeah, I bet. Knew you'd win.
Oh, really? Oh, come on. Anyone could beat her.
Kidding
She's
me?
just...
I was just as appalled. You know what happened? You just didn't want to leave.
I know.
This is what happened. I did what I could to help her. She was horrendous.
I know.
Horrendous.
You know what I realized? Hillary still hates me. So much. I know. She'll never forget me. We should meet to discuss
I
this.
think so too. We can definitely set something up. Let me know whatever
Oh, we
works
got
best for you.
I was gonna fly back to Florida tomorrow for the golf.
Okay.
For the golf. The music in the background.
Oh, and then here comes Bob.
Oh, come on.
Is that her husband?
Yeah. Holy space. Look at Melania.
Did you see that? She won't even look at me.
Really? I was told some of her people. Apparently they said she fell off the wagon.
I think she actually may have. Sure. And also, she's not really built for this. Amount pressure, if you're not built for it, will do it.
I'm dead. I'm dead. The internet is
I don't know if that's real.
No,
I
it's
don't-
definitely not real. The internet is so funny sometimes. I mean, really, really, it's like there are some creative people on the internet.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the stuff that people come out with, sometimes I'm like, damn, I want to have a conversation with that person.
And they have
because,
so
like,
much time on their hands.
so
to, like-
much time. So much time.
But this one
you know
has
how long that must have been to do that?
But look, this has 1.7 million views. So like they're
It's
crushing
amazing.
on the monetization of this for sure.
Oh my god! Now are they getting paid though? Like no.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. If you have something that has like over 1 million views, you're getting paid on. You're getting, at least on Twitter, you're getting
So like,
like shares of.
so like
advertising.
I'm assuming then that Twitter or whoever contacts you.
No. It's
when
just an
you
automated thing. It's an automated thing.
But how do they know how to pay you? How do they know
About how many views and all the interactions.
And
you're
they
getting.
just send
There's
you
a
a
certain
check?
there's a
I'm
certain
just
amount.
confused.
Yeah. There's a certain amount of interaction and like views and stuff, and then
So they
you
don't
just hit
send you
this-
something that's like, hey, you've hit such and such amount of views. You now are eligible of receiving payment from us.
Well, no, you do. That's to
That's what
do
I'm
with
talking
like
about.
followers. There's all kinds of different shit on here. I mean, it's different for each platform, but yes, you have to have a certain amount of followers, and then you start getting advertising money. Blah blah blah. If you're producing videos that are constantly getting like 100,000 views,
Yeah.
500,000,
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, one day that'll be
Can't
us.
Imagine.
But anyways,
All right, that was funny. I liked ending on that.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. I have to go. I have things to do on a Sunday.
all the
At-
things that you've been trying to do
At
since you woke up this
5:14.
morning.
We're gonna go upstairs right now from this dungeon, and it's gonna be dark as shit outside right now. It's only 5:14.
Yep.
All right.
Until summer.
Until summer. Everyone have a great rest of your Sunday, and hopefully tune in next week. Oh my gosh, we'll be doing the podcast.
Oh shit.
I don't even know what. Yeah, we're gonna have to
We
figure
got
that
like
out.
family in town and we got to
It's
squeeze
a
it
big
in.
cousins weekend. It's gonna be on and popping.
We might have to do that like from the bedroom or something.
right.
The house is going to be
The
full
house
of
is gonna be
people.
wild. All right. Till then, we'll see you guys soon.
All right. See you later.
Bye.